So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you don't actually need a 10-year plan. A 10-year plan is simply not necessary. In fact, it might even do more harm than good. So let me explain that in this video. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. That way you never miss another upload from us. Also, stick around until the end of the video, because I'll be sharing with you how to figure out what your next step should be, whatever that may be. So without further ado, let's begin. So right now, more than ever, there is so much pressure to figure out our life's purpose, or at least have some sort of plan for our lives. If you search up how to find your passion or how to find your purpose, you will get thousands upon thousands of results. And yes, I admit that these videos can be helpful. However, if you watch too many, it can start to feel overwhelming and stressful, because most of these videos tend to follow a similar structure. They usually talk about how you need to find your passion or purpose through a bunch of generic self-reflective questions such as, what do you love doing? What are you good at? How can you combine the two? Or they tell you to find your ikigai, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically this Japanese concept that combines two aspects of yourself, something you love doing and something you're good at. Then from there, you're supposed to find your purpose by combining those two things. But here's the thing, and I say this with respect, but most people are not at a point in their lives where they can answer these questions, especially not in a way that will lead them to the success they envision. And here's why. For one, most people don't really know themselves well enough to answer these questions. And even if they do, they might not have enough life experience to really know what they love doing or what they're really good at. We're still figuring things out. We're still young. For example, when I was 16 years old, I didn't know anything about finance or entrepreneurship. In fact, the only reason I knew about these topics was because I followed a handful of creators. I wish I would have known back then what I know now. It would have saved me a lot of time and money. The second reason is that there is no exact formula for finding your passion or purpose. If there was, everyone would be doing it. But here's the harsh reality. No one really knows what they're doing. Everyone's just winging it. In fact, when you look at the most successful people in the world, they'll tell you that they had no idea what they were doing. Steve Jobs dropped out of college, Bill Gates dropped out of college, and Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of college. I think you get the picture. Not saying that dropping out of school is a good idea, but all three of them took massive risks that most people wouldn't take. And yes, they ended up being successful, but that doesn't mean that it was easy or that they didn't make mistakes along the way. They did. And even if they weren't successful, they probably wouldn't be the same people that we know today. Which brings me to my next point. You do want to need a 10-year plan, because the idea of a 10-year plan implies that you already know what you want to do for the next 10 years. Like you already have everything figured out. But that's just not realistic. For one, we don't live in a perfect world. There are unexpected events that happen all the time. Things that are completely out of our control. For example, you could get sick, your business could fail, or a global pandemic could happen. This is why I do not believe in planning 10 years in advance. Because by the time you get to that year, you're going to be a completely different person. The things that you want now might not be the same things that you want later. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I thought that becoming an entrepreneur was the ultimate goal. Like that was it. But now I don't even consider myself to be an entrepreneur anymore. Now my goal is to help as many people as possible. To me, that's way more important than any monetary gain or status that entrepreneurship can bring. And this mindset shift happened naturally. I didn't consciously think to myself, hey, I'm gone, stop being an entrepreneur. And instead, I am gone, try to help as many people as possible. It just kind of happened organically. So if I would have had a 10-year plan back then, I wouldn't even be following that plan right now because my goals and values have changed. And this brings me to my next point. When you plan 10 years in advance, you don't allow room for new opportunities or pivots that might come your way. For example, you might meet someone who inspires you to pursue a completely different path than the one that you originally planned. Or maybe you discover a new hobby that you're really passionate about and you want to pursue that full time. But if you already have a 10-year plan, you're not gonna be open to those opportunities or pivots because you're really too busy trying to stick to your original plan. And this is why I believe that planning too far in advance is a waste of time. You're better off focusing on what you can control, which is today. Just focus on getting better today than you were yesterday. So if you don't need a 10-year plan, then what do you need? Well, you need a purpose, but not the kind that you're probably thinking of. You see, having a purpose is one of the most powerful things that you can have because it gives you direction and motivation. However, your purpose isn't something that you find. Instead, it's something that you create. Your purpose is your contribution to society, the positive impact that you have on the world. And this can change throughout your life. It can evolve as you grow and learn and experience new things. It doesn't have to be something big or grandiose. It can be something simple like helping others or making people laugh. Whatever it is, it needs to be something that's meaningful to you. And that's why I believe that you shouldn't spend too much time planning your future. Instead, you should focus on what you can control, which is today. Just get better today than you were yesterday. If you do this consistently, eventually you'll look back and you'll realize how far you've come. And if you're still unsure of what you want to do, just try new things, experiment, Take classes, read books, talk to people, try new hobbies. You never know what you might discover about yourself. The most important thing is that you don't give up on yourself. Do you want let anyone tell you that you're not good enough or that you can't achieve your dreams? You're capable of amazing things. I know it, you just have to believe it. And this is why I don't believe in a 10-year plan. You don't need one. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. Just focus on what you can control, which is today. Get better today than you were yesterday. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on. That way you never miss another upload from us. And if you want more videos like this, check out this playlist over here. And if you want to learn how to make money online, check out this video over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.